Welcome to the English Story Well channel, your ultimate destination for captivating stories that enhance your English learning journey. Here, we believe that stories are not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful tool to improve your language skills. Let's go to started.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Story Well today. We have a special story for you called The Visible Man. This story will help you improve your basic English skills. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a man named John. John was not an ordinary man. He was visible, completely visible. Could see right through him as if he were made of glass. John's visibility was a mystery to everyone. No one knew why they could see through him. John didn't mind. Happy and lived a simple life. John loved to help his neighbors. One day, he helped Mrs. Brown carry her groceries home. Mrs. Brown was very grateful. Mrs. Brown. Thank you so much, John. You are always so helpful, John. You're welcome, Mrs. Brown. I'm happy to help. John lived in a small, cozy house at the edge of town. He enjoyed reading books and listening to music. One evening, while reading a book, John heard a knock on the door. A young girl named Emily was standing at the door. She looked worried. Emily, hi, John. My cat, Whiskers, is stuck in it. Can you help me get him down, John? Of course, Emily. Let's go find Whiskers. Owen and Emily walked to the tree. Whiskers was high up and scared Emily. Oh no, Whiskers looks so scared. What should we do, John? Don't worry, Emily. I will climb up and get him. John carefully climbed the tree and reached Whiskers. He gently picked him up and climbed back down. Emily, thank you so much, John. You saved Whiskers, John. You're welcome, Emily. Is happy to help. Emily was very happy to have Whiskers back. She thanked John and went home. John returned home, feeling good about helping Emily and Whiskers. Next morning, John decided to visit the town market. The market was full of people buying fruits, vegetables, and other goods. John saw his friend, Mr. Smith, who sold fresh bread. Mr. Smith, good morning, John. Would you like to try some fresh bread, John? Good morning, Mr. Smith. Yes, please. I would love to. Mr. Smith gave John a loaf of warm, fresh bread. John thanked him and continued to walk through the market. John saw a young boy struggling to carry a heavy basket of apples. He walked over to help him. John, hi there. Some help with that basket, young boy? Yes, please. It's very heavy. John helped the boy carry the basket to his family's stall. The boy's mother thanked John for his kindness. Boy's mother, thank you so much for helping my son. You are very kind, John. You're welcome. Happy to help. As John walked through the market, he smiled and greeted everyone he met. People were always happy to see him because he was so friendly and helpful. John bought some fresh vegetables and fruits and then decided to visit the park. The park was a peaceful place with green trees and beautiful flowers. He sat on a bench and enjoyed the scenery. He noticed a little girl crying near the playground. He walked over to see if he could help. John, hi there. Why are you crying, little girl? I lost my doll and I can't find it. John, don't worry. Let's look for it together. John and the little girl searched the playground for the lost doll. After a few minutes, John spotted it under a slide. John, look. There it is, little girl. Thank you so much. I'm so happy now, John. You're welcome. I'm glad we found it. John walked back to his bench and sat down, feeling happy that he could help the little girl. The sun began to set. John decided it was time to go home. On his way home, John thought about all the people he had helped that day. It made him feel good to know that he could make a difference in his community. When John arrived home, he prepared a simple dinner with the vegetables and fruits he had bought at the market. He sat down to eat and reflected on his day. John, thinking, today was a good day. My neighbors and made new friends. I am grateful for the chance to make a difference. After dinner, John cleaned up and decided to read a book before going to bed. Chose a book about kindness and how small acts of kindness can make a big impact. As John read, he thought about how important it was to be kind and helpful. He knew that his visibility made him different, but he also knew that his actions defined who he was. With these thoughts in mind, John turned off the light and went to bed. He fell asleep feeling content and happy. John's kindness and helpfulness made him a beloved figure in the town. Everyone appreciated him for his good deeds, and that's the story of John, the visible man. We hope you enjoyed today's story. Remember, practicing English through stories can be fun and very effective. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Next day, John woke up early and decided to take a walk around the town. As he walked, he greeted everyone with a warm smile. Mrs. Green, good morning, John. How are you today, John? Good morning, Mrs. Green. I'm doing well, thank you. Your garden looks beautiful, Mrs. Green. Thank you, John. Would you like to help me plant some flowers, John? I would love to. John spent the morning helping Mrs. Green plant flowers. They worked together, chatting and enjoying the fresh air. Mrs. Green, thank you so much, John. The garden looks wonderful, John. You're welcome, Mrs. Green. It was fun helping you. Mr. Johnson, hello, John. Could you give me a hand with this fence, John? Of course, Mr. Johnson. What do you need help with, Mr. Johnson? This fence is broken, and I need to fix it. Can you hold the boards while I hammer them in place? John held the boards steady while Mr. Johnson hammered them in place. Together, they repaired the fence quickly, Mr. Johnson. Thanks, John. Couldn't have done it without you, John. No problem, Mr. Johnson. Happy to help. John continued his walk to the town square. There, he saw a group of children playing. They were trying to build a kite but were having trouble. Child, hi, John. Can you help us build this kite, John? Sure. Let's see what we need to do. John showed the children how to build the kite step by step. He helped them tie the sticks together and attach the string. Child, wow, John. The kite looks great, John. Now, let's see if it flies. The children ran with the kite, and it flew high in the sky. Laughed and cheered, thanking John for his help. Wow, John. The kite looks great, John. Now, let's see if it flies. The children ran with the kite, and it flew high in the sky. They laughed and cheered, thanking John for his help. Child, thank you, John. The best kite ever, John. You're welcome. I'm glad you like it. John walked to the community center, where a bake sale was happening. He saw Mrs. Turner, who was organizing the event. Mrs. Turner, hi, John. Would you like to help with the bake sale, John? Of course, Mrs. Turner. Can I do, Mrs. Turner? Could you help set up the tables and display the baked goods? John helped set up the tables and display the baked goods. He arranged cookies, cakes, and pies, making sure everything looked nice. Mrs. Turner, thank you, John. The bake sale looks fantastic now. John, you're welcome, Mrs. Turner. Happy to help. The bake sale was a big success. People bought baked goods and enjoyed the event. Mrs. Turner was very grateful for John's help. Mrs. Turner, we raised a lot of money today. Thank you for your help, John. John, I'm glad I could help. It was a fun day. As the evening approached, John decided to head home. The town was glowing with lights, and everything looked peaceful. John arrived home and relaxed in his living room. He felt happy and content, knowing he had helped many people that day. John, thinking, today was another good day. Helping others makes me feel fulfilled and happy. Prepared for bed and reflected on his day. He thought about the smiles and gratitude of the people he had helped. John, thinking, kindness and helpfulness can make the world a better place. I will continue to do my best every day. With these positive thoughts, John turned off the light and went to bed. He looked forward to another day of helping others and spreading kindness. This story shows us that even small acts of kindness can make a big difference. By being kind and helpful, we can create a positive impact in our communities. Learning objectives: improve your basic English vocabulary and grammar, enhance your listening and comprehension skills, learn new phrases and expressions in context, enjoy a captivating story that illustrates the value of kindness. Key features: simple and clear narration for easy understanding, visual aids and animations to support comprehension, subtitles in English to follow along with the story. We hope you enjoyed today's story. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, our carefully curated stories cater to all levels, making learning English enjoyable and effective. Join our community of language enthusiasts and let the magic of storytelling transform your learning experience. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Dive into English Story Well, where every story is a step towards mastering English.